Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, of course, welcome back. You guys know the drill with that. So today's video is going to be a fun one. I'm actually doing a first impressions on the new e.l.f. the Modern Metals collection. So I have the full collection here. I have the eyeshadow palette, the face palette, the liquid lipstick, and the kind of sparkly lip gloss. So we're going to try all of that on my face today. I'll probably zoom you in maybe a little bit more so you can see up close, but if you guys are interested in seeing how everything works for me, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so we're not going to talk too long. I'm just going to give you some info on the product. So of course this is the Modern Metal, or sorry, not Modern, is it? Yes, Modern Metals palette from e.l.f. They released this probably like a few weeks or so ago, so it's not like a brand new release. I've actually had it, I just haven't tried it out yet, so I thought it would be fun to try the full collection on camera. Now it does retail for $32 US, which is a pretty good deal for all of what's included. I will say for e.l.f. maybe, you may be thinking it's on the higher end, but I have seen a couple reviews on this. The main person that made me want to buy this was Nicole Cutler. I'll leave her channel down below. She did kind of a review on this and talked about how much she liked it, so I thought I would go ahead and try it out. And it is the first release from e.l.f. that I've kind of been more excited about, so that's why I decided to pick it up. So I'll show you some of the products first and then we'll get into applying it. Okay, so the outside packaging, just for reference if you want to see these, so this is kind of what the lip gloss and the liquid lipstick came in. The lip gloss one was a little bit lighter. It was the tone of this one, and this is what the face palette came in. And this is the box for the eyeshadow palette. So I thought you might just want to see what those look like. The packaging is actually pretty nice. Like I really like the packaging on this. And I did keep that just so you guys could see it. And then this is the eyeshadow palette. It's probably what I'm most excited about. So this is the outside packaging. You open it up, there's no mirror, but that is all the shades in there. Really pretty mix of shades. All of these, like first 5 are mattes, and then the last 5 are kind of like shimmer shades. These don't look super intense, but they look like they have a nice sheen to them, so I'm excited to try them. It kind of has like, I think it's the packaging, but it kind of has like the scent, you know when you open like stuff with Christmas ornaments in it. Does that make any sense? It does to me, but it smells like that. I don't know. I don't know, guys. You let me know if you have this collection and have tried it. The next thing in here that I was most excited about is the face palette. Now, I did say it's $32 US for the whole collection. You can purchase each of these individually as well. So if you don't want to purchase the full collection, you don't have to, which is awesome. So this is the inside. So this is a blush and a highlight palette. So you have your blushes up here and then your highlight shades down here. They all look really pretty. They're kind of like peachy shades and mauves and then more of a red tone. And then you have like a really pretty array of highlighters. So I'm really excited to try those. I haven't tried any highlighters, I don't think, from e.l.f. So that's really cool. And then the lip products, there was a liquid lipstick. This is a liquid matte lipstick. So that's what that one looks like. I don't know what the shade is called though. Right, so I cannot find the shade anywhere on the packaging. I don't know. But it's kind of like an orangey, a kind of pumpkin-y, like pumpkin spice kind of fall tone shade, which is really pretty. I wish I could find it, but it's in that packaging. It's the only one you'll find in that packaging. So it has a kind of cool, the little triangle doe foot applicator. It has a little hole to hold products. I'll just put a swatch for you guys. So that's that shade. Really, really pretty shade. I'm actually excited to use that. It seems like it has good pigmentation. And then the gloss, how pretty is this? I've been hearing a lot of people say that they think this might be a dupe for the Dose of Colors one that just came out with Desi and Katie. What is it? Over the Top gloss. So I'm excited to try it. I haven't tried that one, so I can't compare, but it has that similar kind of tone to it. Ooh. It has lots of glimmer in it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really pretty. And this, I'm going to pair these two together when I try them out on camera just so we can try both. All right, so that's like probably all the info you really need. I just want to get into actually putting it on my face. So I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit and we will apply this all on my eyes. I should say we will apply this to my eyes and my face. Not all to my eyes, but to my face as well. All right, we're going to get into it. Okay, so I have you zoomed in enough, I think. We're just going to go over to this eye. And hopefully I can keep myself in frame for this. I think I'm going to go in with the, I think I'm going to go in first with this kind of like yellow shade down here. I'm just really curious to try that one, so I'm gonna dip in. It seems like a lot of pigment comes off, which is nice. So we will go in, I'm just gonna start building that up in my crease. And I do have a Essence like eye primer on, and then I did also put concealer and set it with some powder, so hopefully everything goes on pretty smoothly for me. So you can see the color building up. I do think it could be a little more intense, but I don't mind building up colors like this because they can get really overwhelming quickly or hard to blend, so I don't mind that. Sorry if my lighting isn't the best either. I don't know how it's looking. I had a little piece go up into my eyebrow there. Kind of continue to build that. I like that color though. I think it looks pretty. Okay, so that is what that is looking like, so you guys can see it. By the way, I'm just using a Real Techniques brush. I never know what brush this is because I've had it for so long, but I really like it. Oh, I got a little bit of, I'll take that off there. So I'm not getting too much fallout either. You can see that down here. I don't have a lot. I had a little piece fall right here that I just flicked off. But other than that, I think it's looking pretty good pigmentation on that. So we'll go in with another color. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with this kind of like orange shade down here. We're gonna go in with that. I actually just did my other side of my eye off camera. I generally do that so it's not like 10 years long. So I think the pigmentation though is looking really, really good. So that's exciting. So I put a little bit on my brush. It's picking up really easily as well. And I'm just gonna put that a little bit lower in the crease. We're gonna kind of darken that up. Ooh, that looks really good. This is blending so easily too for like a really inexpensive palette. Like, wow. Can I just say that took like little to no effort as far as blending? So I'm just gonna dip in a little bit to that yellow color again, and I'm just gonna take that along this part. Just to kind of give it a little blend. Ooh, doesn't it look good? I think it looks so pretty. It looks really good so far. All right, so I gotta pick another color. I think I'm gonna go in with like, what do I wanna do next? Let me figure that out, just one second. All right, so I finished up the other side of my eye with that like kind of orange shade. I think I'm gonna go in with that olive tone shade. You guys can see that. I'm not going to point at it because I have like both my hands full, but I think I'm going to go in with that olive tone shade. By the way, I was using a Bellium. I was using a Delium Tools 783 small tapered brush to apply that orange shade. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go in with it just on my finger initially. Oh, it looks really pretty. So that's what it kind of looks like on my finger. Oh, it's a pretty shade. I mean, it's not like uber crazy, but I am gonna wet it here in a minute and try it that way as well because I think it would be really, really pretty. It is nice though, like, I think that's applying nicely. I often apply shimmers with my finger, just in case you're wondering, like that's generally how I apply a shimmer. I just find it goes on nicer. Okay, so that's really pretty actually. You guys can see that. So I'm gonna go in with a wet brush and give that a go. All right, so I got my brush wet, so I'm just gonna pick up, ooh, it picked up a good amount. So we're gonna pick that up. Yeah, that definitely helped. I'm gonna put some of it up into the crease just so I can like blend it a little bit. But I really like that. All right, so that's how that is looking. I think it looks pretty good. I'm just gonna take this, and that was an LMR Cosmetics brush. This one is as well. I don't know the names of these, but this is just a blender brush. So I'm just gonna kind of lightly go over that, and I think I'll put a little bit of that orange shade on. We'll just put a little bit more. That looks really pretty. Oh, I really like that. Okay. So, another brush. Okay. So I'm going to go in with a Delium Tools. This is a 773 shader blender. Whatever. I'm going to use it for my inner corner highlight. I'm going to go in with this kind of like peachy shade, kind of like a lighter tone shade. I don't know. Maybe I should go with the other one. We'll try this one. We'll just see what it looks like. This isn't typically the brush I would use though, but what other brush do I have? Hold on here. Okay, I guess I should use this guy. We're gonna kind of blend that up into here on the brow bone. It's probably like a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. We'll put some of the lighter shade in there too. And then I'm gonna go back in with that blender. Okay, so that looks pretty. I don't mind that at all. So I'm gonna finish off the other eye and then we'll come back down and do the lower lash line. All right, so I have both eyes done. So I'm gonna go in on the lower lash line. I'm gonna go in with that orange shade. And I'm just using a Morphe RG18. This was like in one of the Morphe and Me subscription boxes. So I don't know if you can even buy this, but I really like this brush. So that's what we're using. So I'm just gonna run that along my lower lash line. I'm gonna dip into some of that yellow. We're just gonna do the outer part. I'm glad you can't see my mouth because I look ridiculous right now, you know? Okay, so we have that kind of smoked out. I'm gonna do the other side and then we'll come back and start into the face palette. Alright guys, so I am back. So I just finished up my lower lash line. You guys see me do that, but then I did put a Sephora, just like a gel eyeliner in my waterline. It's just like a nude gel eyeliner. I think the shade is Coconut. I actually purchased that, I believe, on sale. I actually really like it. I'm not sure if anyone else likes them, but I liked it. But I did put some bronzer on. I put the Ray Up bronzer from Thrive Cosmetics. And now we're going to jump into that blush and highlighter palette, which I am like super, super stoked about. So this is it. I'm going to jump into the blushes first, I think. So I grabbed a blusher brush. This is the Delium Tools 962 Slanted Blusher. So that's what this looks like. I'm using a lot of Delium Tools. I actually purchased one of their sets that I've really, really been liking. So I think I'm gonna dip into, I think I'm gonna use this middle shade and then just kind of like mix the shades. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know, no, I think I'll go into that shade and then I'll go into the orange shade as well. Ooh, these are pretty powdery. I don't know how I'm feeling about that. Okay, so I'm gonna tap these off like a lot and just kind of, we'll go in this side first. Okay, it's not too bad though on the cheeks. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. Can you guys see that? I usually go above here too, but ooh. That's actually really pretty. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. I think it looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. I will say there is like kick up in the pan, so I'll just like kind of tap into it again so you can see. It's not too bad the second time I tapped into it, but there is a little bit of kickback in the pan, so just be aware of that. I'll just put any excess on there. I like a lot of blush, so if I look like crazy, that's all right. So we're gonna tone it down. So that's what that's looking like. I think it looks really good. The powder's applied really easily. No real issues with those. So we'll go in and pick a couple of highlights next. All right, so we're gonna go in with the highlighters next. I think I am gonna mix the pink and the kind of like gold shade. So those two shades. This shade is a little bit, I think, too dark, that peachy one on the end. So I'm going to be using a Delium Tools. This one is a 945 contour, but I like using it for highlight. So I'm going to dip into both of those. We'll tap any off, and we're going to go on this side, I think, first. So it looks pretty so far. A little bit up here. Ooh, I can see it more in the light there. Oh, so it's pretty. It's not too intense, but it's pretty. All right, so I sped that up a little bit just to get it down, but that's kind of what the highlight is looking like. You can see it really good on this side because I have better lighting. I did put it down the tip of my nose, on my chin, as you've seen. I think it looks pretty good. I do think these are pretty, but I feel like if you had like a lot of texture, I feel like these would show off texture, so just keep that in mind. I don't have a ton of texture in that area, so you can't really notice too badly, but I do think it looks pretty good, especially for the price on this. I think it's like $10 or $12 if you buy this one separately, which is not a bad price at all. So that's using most of the powders in there, obviously not all of them, depending on my skin tone. I do think it's more in the light to medium range. Some darker skin tones could use the deeper shades in there, I think, but it's more like the medium, light medium skin tone. I wish they released a couple different versions of it for everyone, but I mean, they did a pretty good job at including some darker shades. But yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So we're gonna go in with the lipsticks now. So we're gonna go in with the liquid lipstick now and the gloss. So this is the liquid lipstick, like I said, I don't know the name because I don't even think they put it on there. So we're just gonna go in with that. So I did have the Bite Beauty lip mask on, just kind of wearing that around to kind of moisturize my lips. So I'll get anything extra if I have anything in my lips. There we go. So let's go ahead and apply. Okay, so I think that's applied fairly well. It definitely is really opaque, like you could see that on the first swipe. I'm not sure how I feel with the applicator. It did a pretty good job. It is pretty flimsy though, so you had to be careful because this is a more watery formula, but it seems to be drying down. It looks really good on, so I'm pretty impressed with this actually. And I did purchase a sheer liquid matte lipstick. I'm not sure of the difference. That's more of a nude, so I'll have to try that one soon as well, but I like that. I think it looks good. So we'll give it a few minutes. I just kind of want it to dry down, but so far so good. I think that's a really pretty color and it kind of goes with my eye look, so that's pretty nice. So let's see here. Feels pretty comfortable. I don't think it's going to be transfer proof yet. Yeah, so there's a little bit of transfer on my finger, but it does feel pretty comfortable. We'll have to see if it gets drier throughout the day. Now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna apply some of this gloss. Ooh, that's really pretty. That added like the perfect little bit of like glow to the center part of my lip. I think that's really pretty, and this will be really pretty with a red liquid lipstick or red lipstick as well for the holidays, so I really like this. And it doesn't feel like chunky, it feels really smooth. You don't feel the glitters in it, which is amazing. All right, so I have everything applied. I'm gonna zoom you out just a little bit, and then I'll come back and kind of give you my final thoughts. All right, guys, so I am back just for my kind of final first impressions to run down kind of what I thought of each of the products. The eyeshadow palette, I couldn't be more pleased with. I need to play with it more, but I did use quite a few colors, and I really, really like how the eye look turned out. Definitely more of a simple look, but I used a few colors, and like I said, I think it blended out really easily. You could see me blending it and how easy it was. There was good pigmentation. There wasn't a lot of kick up, not a lot of fallout. Really great for the price of that palette. I think it's around $10 to $12 if you buy it individually from the set. Which you can, which I think is awesome. I like the variety of colors. I think they all kind of work well together. You can make a lot of kind of looks with it every day, or more kind of evening or going out looks. So I think that's really awesome. I've never tried one of those like 10 pen palettes, so I am super impressed. I don't know if the other ones are as good as that one, but I'm really impressed by that for the price point, especially since it's e.l.f. So I really like that. I think the eye look turned out good. The face palette, there was a bit of like kick up. I was a little worried that the actual blushes were going to be too pigmented, because that sometimes can happen with, I find like more inexpensive blushes, sometimes they're overly pigmented. These ones are pigmented nicely. It's not too much. You just go in with a light hand, knock some off your brush and apply, and I thought the color range was beautiful. The highlighters are not my favorite formula. I don't know, they're just not my favorite. I feel like they would show off texture on certain skin tones, but I do think they're pretty and they give a nice glow. So I do think still like the face palette is worth the money. It does feel pretty good on the skin. Like I said, it just has that little bit of texture, I feel like, that it shows off in your skin. So just keep that in mind if you purchase that palette, but I do really like it, and I think the shade range was really pretty. The lipstick and lip gloss, super impressed with. Now, I did take the lipstick off because I felt like it was like almost a little too harsh for this look, and I typically don't like dark colors like that on me as much. I know that sounds weird, but if I had a darker eye look, I think I would like that more. I don't know. That's just my preference, but it was really comfortable. I left it on for a while before actually filming this, and it lasted pretty well through like having coffee and eating, so I'm impressed by that. It wasn't too drying. Of course, I'll continue to try to wear that one and see if I change my mind, but so far so good. The lip gloss, I love the lip gloss. I have it on right now. It's really pretty. It stays on pretty good for being a lip gloss, and it doesn't have that gritty texture to it like I mentioned in the clip. It's just a nice sparkly gloss. It would look beautiful, I think, with so many different colors, especially for the holidays. So I was impressed with that as well. As I said, the whole kit is $32 US, or you can purchase each individual item separately. I love that. Thank you, e.l.f., for doing that, because I kind of hate when you can only purchase something in a bundle, because sometimes you don't want everything. I just happen to want to purchase everything to test for you guys. Now, if you guys did like this video, make sure you do give me a thumbs up. If you have tried any of the products or are planning to, let me know in the comments. Do make sure to hit subscribe if you enjoyed this video or you like my other content, and hit the notification bell just so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, because as I say in every video, I'm not the most frequent poster. I try to post at least once a week though, so do make sure you hit that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.